Hey guys, this is Mkla, also known as Mklachu, also known as mklachu, also known as it doesn't really matter, it's just a name. I'm the Tamamama, I'm the world's okayest violinist, and I am back! First off, despite 2020 being filled with the worst kind of chaotic energy out there, I hope you've all been staying safe and, you know, taking care of yourselves because, well, it's a rough time out there. Feel free to look through the timestamps in the description. I guess the video will be divided up in certain chunks where I'll talk about like where I've been the past couple years, and of course the upcoming Katamari Damacy video! So, why did I take yet another hiatus, yet another break? That's just kind of the nature of my relationship with YouTube. It's always kind of been a hobby, even though I've tried to make money from it, but in reality, when you focus on the numbers, when you're not really the largest channel out there, it's not as realistic as one may think. And to be honest, my job is being a freelance musician. And in a sort of sense, the YouTube channel of mine was sort of like a portfolio to demonstrate, oh yeah, I could do these things. And I mean, it was never intended that way initially, but it developed into that over time. And you know, it's really difficult when you put so much time and energy and love into a video just to get smacked with that copyright and demonetization and all these, you know, jargon words that you hear on YouTube all the time. But essentially, it's sometimes a content ID situation where the song exists and it is claimed as a result of the content ID existing, and that's actually a good thing for some people because, for example, I've seen some horror stories where it's like the original composer of a song puts their own song on YouTube just to get that content ID slap from someone who doesn't actually own the song because they uploaded that song before the composer did. It blows my mind how scummy people can be, but that's kind of why the content ID system is there, to my knowledge. I'm not actually like the person to talk about music and law, but that's just what I kind of gathered over the years. Honestly, I've been creating a lot. The last time I recorded a video was with TheRealSullyG on his channel, which was the Kirby Automaton cover of Gourmet Race. It was so fun working with him. He's such a gem. I really enjoy working with him when I can, even though I kind of am difficult to collaborate with, but he's fun. It's great. We have a good time. But that doesn't mean I haven't really been doing anything musically creative in the past couple of years. If anything, I've been doing a lot more than I could ever imagine. Last year, I had the honor of recording violin and viola for a handful of projects. One of them being Steven Universe the movie, which I couldn't believe that I was able to not only record strings, but also to be able to like create lead sheets for the vocalists so they could sing the parts that you hear in the movie, which I think the movie's out on HBO Max right now. In addition, I recorded some episodes on Steven Universe Future, which is the last season of, well, Steven Universe, the Cartoon Network show. And yeah, I just, you know, I want to thank Ivy and Sriracha and Jeff Ball for, of course, letting me be a part of it. And yeah, it's just, heartbreaking stuff, but it's good stuff. It's good show. There's a lot. There's a lot taken for that show. I also recorded for Celeste DLC! For those of you who don't know what Celeste is, it's essentially a platformer game. It's kind of like Super Meat Boy, but like times 10 difficulty, but times 10 forgiveness, and the characters are loving, and the plot is just like makes me tear up each time I revisit it. Even though I haven't actually gotten past chapter 4, I like watching the speedruns and also watching friends play. And yeah, it's I love Lena Raine's music. Oh, I'm so glad she asked me. She's, oh my gosh, okay. So, I actually recorded for her original album, a few months back. Maybe it was a year back. I'm losing track of time, but yeah, she's a sweetheart. And let's see, I've also recorded for a video game called Soul. So that one is like you're essentially a ball of light and you're exploring this like new terrain you've never been to before. You're illuminating it because it's filled with darkness, and it's kind of like Journey but in the dark. So yes, that was composed by Nabil Ansari, and yeah, that like, oh my gosh, more pretty music. I love recording for pretty music. I also recorded for a game called Vitamin Connection, which is on the Switch. But essentially, you can either play as Vita Boy or Mina Girl, and you could be riding in this cool, like, pill spaceship, except it's not in space, it's in your body, because you, like, the kids and the parents and the family, the Sable family, they're all sick, and so, or at least in each chapter they're sick, and so they take the pill, and then you defeat the baddies in their bodies. That's how pills work. Yeah. But yeah, it's a fun game. Unfortunately, because it's a co-op with Joy-Cons, my Joy-Cons are drifting constantly, and so that could be a challenge, or you can, you know, play with that handicap and see how far you go. So thanks so much to Madeline, Tommy, and James for having me be a part of Vitamin Connection. Go play it. This is editing mama. Imagine instead of cooking mama, there's editing mama. Anyway, I was looking through my video and I can't believe I didn't mention that I played in Cadence of Hyrule. Like, I was the automatonist? I was the one who played Automaton in Lost Swamp, and I totally just, like, I guess the timeline of how long I haven't been on YouTube, I just kind of assumed that, like, oh yeah, it's out there. So, my automaton here, this one used to be able to go down to like a B flat, but now it's like a D flat. So I can't play the main theme for you guys, like in key, but I can play the second half if I remember it. I know it starts here. Okay. Okay. Bum 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 ba. Yeah, those are the things I played. Thanks, Danny B, for letting me record automaton and violin for that track on Cadence of Hyrule. And if you guys haven't played Cadence of Hyrule, they're having a DLC. Yeah! I forgot to mention it, but that's that. Yeah, back to the video. And I guess for future projects, the ones I could think of on top of my head right now is, yes, the Game Brass. So they recently released the Brasino Isles album. It's like this collaboration with a bunch of friends, as if we were all traveling to a fun island together to play, because, you know, everything's canceled this year. Anyway, so yeah, they asked me to collaborate with them, and I recorded a few automaton tracks on their Crash Bandicoot song. So the album's already out. I think video with them will be coming out probably within the next month or so, but here's like a preview. Ta-da! That's it. That's all you're getting. Let's see. I've also been playing a lot of video games. If anything, I mainly have been playing Elder Scrolls Online, out of all things. It was kind of around the time where Animal Crossing was also coming out, and so I was like, oh no, like, which game am I going to dedicate my life towards during this pandemic? And anyway, oh, okay. I digress. I've been playing a lot of ESO with my boyfriend, and it's been really fun immersing myself into this, like, I guess I never grew up with an MMORPG, so I just never really knew what to expect. And yeah, the stories are great. I used to really dislike fetch quests, but now I just, you know, because it progresses the story, there's actually much more to learn about the universe that is Tamriel and the whole map. I still don't know the map. I've been playing for a few months now. I'm just like, yeah. But yeah, I play that almost every night. I've also been playing Dynasty Warriors 8, which in a sense branching off of that, Hyrule Warriors, and I used to think that they were really stupid games, because I thought hack and slashes were just like, oh, you're brainlessly just mashing the buttons, but you know, I've learned that there's more following instructions and strategy involved, both which I am just terrible at, but it's still a fun game. And then I've been playing Clubhouse 51 Games. I think I'm saying the name of the title of the game right. I don't know. It's the new Clubhouse games on the Switch, and I love it. I never grew up with Hanafuda or Yacht Dice. I just love both of those games so much. So yeah, those are the games I've been playing during the pandemic. Okay, I'm just putting this out there for myself, and you all are welcome to be my accountability buddies, but the Katamari Damacy video will be out on August 29th, August 28th for patrons, and you'll get this cool shiny sticker created by Linsbot. I don't know how it's showing up, let me check. Oh, it looks beautiful! So hollow. So, one of the main reasons I kept putting that video off was because it was kind of like the Wind Waker Ganondorf final battle situation. If you've been following my channel since like 2011-ish, in 2012 on my, I don't know if I put a preview on YouTube, but I definitely put a preview on SoundCloud back when I actually used it, that was like, oh, I'm gonna test these choir things and strings and big orchestra energy, and it just didn't pan out well because I was way too ambitious with that project back then on my not so powerful laptop. So yeah, that took me about 4 years to like come back to when I had a stronger computer, a computer that can handle a lot of samples. So yeah, that took like 4 years. I mean, it didn't actually take 4 years, and that's kind of the situation here too. It's not taking me a year to do this Katamari Damacy video. It's more of just like, I was kind of paralyzed by fear and being too analytical and too ambitious, and then that just creates anxiousness in combination with all these like personal life things and, you know, recording for other people, and also, how do I say this? I wanted to really make like, I don't know if this is a thing that other YouTubers or music creators or anybody feels, but I definitely feel this like, oh, I gotta one-up myself each time, and oh, what happened to this hand? One-up myself each time I make a video, and every single time I was just like, I'm gonna make it bigger and better, and bigger and better. But it just didn't work. Katamari on the Rocks is like such a cool song, and I promised them a video even though it was like in disguise of an April Fool's joke, but I wanted to do it and then I never did it. So it was partially that, and it was also just like creative burnout in general. I think I just wasn't enjoying creating videos around that point. Yeah, taking that break helped me because now I'm back at it. We're just like, oh, I have cool ideas, and although I think I'm gonna focus on just the intro now, I'm like super happy with how it's turning out so far, and I'm gonna give you guys another preview! That's it. That's all you get. Anyway, so I was too stubborn to create other videos until I fulfilled the promise of this one, and so I have a good amount of ideas I can't wait to just bring to life again. And again, I enjoy making videos. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with YouTube, but overall it's a platform that I have been, you know, lucky to be able to be a part of. And yeah, I hope you guys are satisfied with me rambling for however many minutes. My timer says 15 minutes, so oops, I might have to trim this down. Anyway, stay safe. Take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, check in on your friends, and yeah, wear a mask, take care, bye!